कर्मणा न प्रजया धनेन त्यागेनैके अमृतत्वमानशुः परेण नाकं निहितं गुहायां विभ्राजदेतद्यतयो विशन्ति वेदान्तविज्ञानसुनिश्चितार्थाः सन्न्यासयोगाद्यतयः शुद्धसत्त्वा आह ते ब्रह्मलोके तु परान्तकाले परामृतात् परिमुच्यन्ति सर्वे दहरं विपापं परमेष्मभूतं यत्पुण्डरीकं पुरमध्यसग्गस्थं तत्रापि दह्रं गगनं विशोकस्तस्मिन् यदन्तस्तदुपासितव्यं यो वेदादौ स्वरप्रोक्तो वेदान्ते च प्रतिष्ठितः तस्य प्रकृतिलीनस्य यः परः स महेश्वरः। बोलिए श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की।
I request all the dignitaries to be seated. Let us now begin the ceremony by invoking divine blessings. I request Srimati Pramodini Rao, Campus Director, CVV, Chinmayananda Bindu Gurukula, Pune, to recite the invocation prayer.
सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। I take this opportunity to sing a song of gratitude that Puja Guruji has written for Puja Gurudev. श्री गुरुदेव को करे नमन हम, स्मरण ही जिनका प्रेरक प्रियतम। श्री गुरुदेव को करे नमन हम, स्मरण ही जिनका प्रेरक प्रियतम। श्री गुरुदेव को करे नमन हम। भक्त शिष्य या सेवक जन हो, जीवन सबका धन्य धन्य हो। श्री गुरुदेव को करे नमन हम। श्री गुरुदेव ने अपना उत्तम बाँट दिया सबको समसत्तम। श्री गुरुदेव को करे नमन हम। कृतज्ञता से हम करते प्रण, कृतज्ञता से हम करते प्रण, उत्तम अपना करेंगे अर्पण। उत्तम अपना करेंगे अर्पण। श्री गुरुदेव को करे नमन हम, स्मरण ही जिनका प्रेरक प्रियतम। श्री गुरुदेव को करे नमन हम।
Thank you, Pramodini, for the mellifluous rendition. We warmly welcome everyone to the valedictory session of the 3-day International Conference on Spirituality, Education and Patriotism, contribution of Swami Chinmayananda and beyond, jointly organized by Chinmaya International Foundation, Chinmaya Vishwa Vidyapeeth deemed to be university, and SIF Shodh Sansthan, with financial support from the Central Sanskrit University, New Delhi, and Indian Council of Philosophical Research, New Delhi.
We are deeply honored by the gracious presence of the patron of the conference, Pujya Swami Swarupanandaji, presidents of the conference, Swami Sharadanandaji and Swami Advayanandaji, conveners of the conference, Professor Ramesh Patniji and Professor Gauri Malikaji, distinguished guests, respected Swamis, scholars, and practitioners of Indian knowledge systems, admirers of the teachings of Pujya Gurudev, Swami Chinmayananda, registrar, deans, directors, faculty members, administrative staff, research scholars, students and participants joining us from across India and around the world. As you know, over the past 3 days, we have collectively explored the profound intersections of spirituality, education, and patriotism inspired by the timeless vision of Pujya Gurudev, Swami Chinmayananda. To reflect upon the enriching journey of this conference, it is now my privilege to invite Professor Ramesh Patni, Professor of Practice, School of Philosophy, Psychology and Scientific Heritage, Head Center of Excellence for IKS-CKS Integration and Innovation, Chinmaya Vishwa Vidyapeeth deemed to be university, and convener of the International Conference to present the conference report. May I now warmly welcome Professor Ramesh Patniji to present the conference report.
Pujya Swami Swarupanandaji, Swami Advayanandaji, Swami Sharadanandaji, all the Swamins, distinguished guests, keynote speakers, delegates, participants, and dear members of the Chinmaya family. It is a great honor to be delivering this conference report in the presence of Pujya Swami Swarupanand, our Chancellor at Chinmaya Vishwa Vidyapeeth and the Global Head of Chinmaya Mission. My pranams and salutations to you, Swamiji. Hari Om. So as we come to the conclusion of this 3-day international conference on spirituality, education, patriotism, contributions of Swami Chinmayananda and beyond, it is my honor to present a brief report on the proceedings and the key highlights of this landmark event. At the very outset, I wish to place these proceedings in the larger spiritual context. Deliberations of the last 3 days have been powerful and inspiring. They have not merely been academic exchanges, they have been a living expression of the glory and manifestation of the divine power of the Master, Pujya Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda. In the depth of scholarship, in the sincerity of reflection, in the discipline of the organization, and the warmth of the Chinmaya family, we have felt Gurudev's continuing presence, guiding, energizing, transforming us. In this sense, the conference itself becomes a Jnana Yagna, a sacred offering of knowledge at the feet of Pujya Gurudev. It carried forward his lifelong mission of making India's spiritual wisdom accessible, relevant, transformative for the modern world. And the conference reminded us that Gurudev was not only a great teacher of Advaita Vedanta, but a great visionary of education, culture, service, national awakening, and human transformation. It was a deeply meaningful that this conference took place in Kerala, sacred region associated with India's profound philosophical traditions and the legacy of Adi Shankaracharya. In this land of inquiry, devotion, and the living tradition, the conference drew inspiration from a lineage of knowledge in which metaphysical understanding is inseparable from the lived transformation and experience. This conference was honored by the presence of 4 international guests, enriching the deliberations through global participation and perspectives. And the academic program included 40 invited speakers, approximately 50+ research paper presentations, 12 keynote speakers, 6 panel discussions structured across major themes. And the deliberations of this conference were organized under 6 major themes that reflected the multifaceted contribution of Puja Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda. Each theme opened a different doorway into Gurudev's work. Philosophy reflected his grounding in Advaita Vedanta. Spirituality explored inner transformation and the practice of self-unfoldment. Education highlighted his man-making vision and its contemporary relevance, including integration of Indian knowledge system with modern disciplines. Patriotism was explored as love for the motherland expressed through discipline, service, ethical nation building. Culture reflected Gurudev's role in revitalizing temples, festivals, scriptural study, and the practices that sustain civilizational memory. We had all this keynote series and panel discussion, paper presentations, and working committee and volunteer support, which supported this whole organization. And the successful execution of this conference was made possible through the dedicated efforts of the working committee, members, faculty coordinators, student volunteers, and staff teams from CVB, CIF, CIFSS. And the organization committee coordinated multiple aspects, including academic scheduling, hospitality, accommodation, transportation, stage management, technical support, all these things, coordination by this group and team of dedicated Chinmaya Mission family. And you know, the thing is that this quiet dedication of these volunteers and support teams itself reflected Chinmaya's spirit of service, discipline, and collective offering. Very manifest in terms of this whole organization and how you can see volunteers going on and doing it with discipline and with love. This is the Chinmaya spirit. And the conference generated meaningful deliberation discussions that will contribute towards the long-term academic outcomes. One of the major outcomes envisioned is the development of a course titled Swami Chinmayananda Studies. And there's a huge amount of material which has been generated through the keynote speaker, through the deliberation, through discussions. All this is going to constitute a course in Swami Chinmayananda Studies. So in conclusion, over the last 3 days, this conference has truly become a sacred gathering of scholars, seekers, teachers, students, and thought leaders, united by the inspiration of Puja Gurudev and the shared vision of reviving India's spiritual and intellectual heritage. The conference successfully reaffirmed the relevance of Vedanta Indian knowledge systems in addressing contemporary challenges and shaping holistic education, ethical leadership, cultural resilience, social responsibility, and the national awakening. It reminded us that culture is not merely something to be preserved externally. It is a force that refines the mind, deepens identity, strengthens confidence, and prepares individuals for noble action. As we conclude, we offer this conference as a humble tribute at the feet of Swami Chinmayananda. We pray that his vision continues to inspire generations and that this conference becomes a meaningful step in carrying forward his mission of spiritual awakening, cultural revitalization, and national resurgence. May we go forth from this sacred journey, gathering with renewed commitment to serve as disciplined instrument of Gurudev's work, to fight against all low tendencies, to live lives of sacrifice and service, and to participate in his great mission of transforming Indians to transform India. Hari Om.
Thank you, Professor Ramesh Patniji, for the insightful summary of the deliberations and key takeaways during the International Conference. We now move to the felicitation address It is my honor to introduce Swami Advayanandaji, the president of this international conference. Swami Advayananda is the president of the Chinmaya International Foundation, trustee of Chinmaya Vishwa Vidyapeeth, deemed to be university, and president of the International Conference. As a dedicated teacher of Vedanta, he has conducted several courses, authored numerous books, and contributed to initiatives like Upanishad Ganga, promoting Indian knowledge system. It is my great honor to welcome Swami Advayanandaji to address the gathering.
Hari Om. Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. As all of us know, this is the celebration of the 75th year of the Chinmaya mission. So as programs were being planned, various Hanuman Chalisa havans, Bhagavad Gita chantings, then a question stood in front of us. What does Chinmaya Vishwa Vidyapeeth, deemed to be university, Chinmaya International Foundation, a research institution, and Chinmaya International Foundation Shodha Sansthan, one of the Adarsha Shodha Sansthan's, meaning Centers for Excellence in Sanskrit Research. What are we going to do? It is at that point of time, we all collectively decided to have a conference of this nature, Contribution of Pujya Gurudev to Humanity. And it was this title which was later on made succinct as Spirituality, Education and Patriotism, Contribution of Swami Chinmayananda and beyond. I'm very grateful to the enthusiastic organization, grateful for the very enthusiastic participation, and together we know this yajna happened and we have been benefited immensely by that. Do you all agree with me? Yes. On this occasion, I should also offer my sincere gratitude to two great Mahatmas who were present. Pujya Guruji, Swami Tejomayanji, and Pujya Swami Swarupanandaji. Their presence here, I don't think any program during this Amrita Mahotsav had both of them together. And we had this, and that itself shows how much they valued this program. Thank you, Pujya Swamiji, for coming over and being with us and blessing us. You know, during this conference, we have seen, I think many of us got an opportunity to go through the works of Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda. I'm sure many of the speakers who came here, they said that they went through the works of Gurudev for this special purpose. That is very, very good. But when I start thinking about the beauty of the contribution of the saints, each saint is so beautiful, wonderful. Each saint's contribution is beyond words. But if we want to say the epoch-making contributions, if you look at it, Bhagavan Vedavyasa came at a time when the Sanatana Dharma was required stabilization. So he compiled the Vedas, he authored the Mahabharata, the Puranas, the Bhagavad Gita as part of the Mahabharata. So that was Sri Vedavyasaji's contribution. He authored the Brahma Sutra, we call him the Sutrakara in the Advaita tradition. Then came Bhagavan Sri Adi Shankaracharya. His contribution was of the nature of giving clarity to what was there. He wrote his commentaries. the Bhashyas. So we call Vedavyasa Sutrakara and we call Shankaracharya as Bhashyakara. Then so many instances, so many requirements, Sanatana Dharma, at various points of time, various saints came. We all know their glory and greatness. What is unique about Puja Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda was, he did not give us the message of the Gita. He did not give us the message of the Upanishads. Did I say something wrong? He rather gave us the Bhagavad Gita. He gave us the Upanishads. He did not give the message. Every saint had given the message. But Gurudev brought these original source texts to us directly. Very famously, he used to call the Yajnashala as open air university, where he used to conduct these discourses. And we were all beneficiaries of that. He wrote those commentaries in English, and he ensured that the Bhagavad Gita, the Upanishad, and the Shastras, they reached us directly, from which we can get the message directly. And that is a very, very important, beautiful contribution of Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda, especially for us, the modern university-educated illiterates. That is we're very, very grateful to Puja Gurudev. And in this occasion, I don't think this conference is an end. This conference is actually a beginning. Beginning of what? As Professor Ramesh Patniji said, all this material would all be collated to become a very important aspect of our university, Swami Chinmayananda studies. But please don't think that this is all is sufficient. Much more research, much more deep inquiry, much more analysis, much more studies are required. And who is going to do that? We all, each one of us should take a sankalpa to go through the works of Puja Gurudev and bring out those aspects which inspired us, which brought for us a sense of illumination. And that, if we can study further, go deeper, and write upon it, and those articles which are very good, which are worthy of publication, will certainly be published in our research journals such as de-novo. But it is not that only the researchers or every one of us can study. Every one of us can write. Do you have any doubts about it? You all have heard to the various presentations, the paper presentations. You all see that we also have that spark in us to think about it, to write about it. And whether we are able to publish it in a research journal, or whether we all can write in our own blogs or share messages through the WhatsApp University, we shall be doing something which is very meaningful, worthwhile. And remember, by this it is not that Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda has helped. When we take bath in the Ganges, we are benefited, right? The messages of all saints are for us to delve, to go deeper. And in that whole process, you will find that inner transformation. And it is truly individual transformation which will bring about the world transformation. With these words, felicitating each and every one who have contributed for the conference, and seeking the abundant grace of the Lord and Puja Gurudev for all of us, I express my heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you present here. Thank you very much. Hari Om.
Thank you, Swamiji, for your inspiring and insightful address. Your words have deeply enriched this gathering and will continue to guide and motivate us. As we proceed further, it is my privilege to introduce Swami Sharadananda Saraswati, a highly learned and eloquent teacher of Vedanta. He is the president of this international conference and the resident Acharya of Chinmaya International Foundation. May I now humbly invite Swami Charadananda ji to address this gathering and share his reflections on the conference with us.
समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्. Hari Om, pranams to Swamiji, to everyone. I'm so happy to see that our Chinmaya Vishwa Vidyapeeth is transformed into a tirtha. These 3 days were a great festival of knowledge and dedication. So tirtha is not only a river or a place, but tarayati iti tirthaha, that which actually helps us to come to conclusions, to understand, to go beyond. So these 3 days, our Chinmaya Vishwa Vidyapeeth became a tirtha because Tirthe Tirthe Nirmalam Brahmavrindam. Great scholars from different streams of knowledge. They came here and not only that who spoke here, but each one of you, most of you are actually great scholars from different streams of life, understanding Puja Gurudev, the importance of Puja Gurudev's contributions, and then coming together into this place, made this place a tirtha. Thank you very much for that. Tirthe Tirthe Nirmalam Brahmavrindam. So Brahmavrinda is gathered. But why? Vrinde Vrinde Tattva Chinta Anuvadaha. It's not that just people are gathering and then staying there, but when we are here, a madhana happened. Okay, Gurudev lived and then passed away. Is that it? What is the purpose or what is the significance of Puja Gurudev's life and contribution? All of us in different levels, not only in patriotism and service and philosophy and religion, but different levels of Puja Gurudev's contributions were discussed. So, Tattva Chintanuvadaha, we discussed about the different aspects of Puja Gurudev's life and teachings. And Vade Vade Jayate Tattvabodhaha. Vada is not to fight, but Vada, that conversations and discussions, not only on the stage, not only in this hall, but together in our rooms and our dining halls, we sat together and then spoke and then discussed. Vade Vade Tattva Jayate Tattvabodhaha. The Tattvabodha, the reality became very clear to us. And Bodhe Bodhe Bhasate Chandrachudaha. So it is my prayer that Bhagavan, Puja Gurudev and Bhagavan be always with us, illumining our mind and intellect to come into the conclusions of the life-giving reality. Not only just some aspects of life, we are here to gather, we are here together to think, to do the madhana and understand the purpose of Puja Gurudev's life and how it is related to today's human life, how it can be contributed to the life and the benefits of the community which is now going into different directions. So may Puja Gurudev's grace and blessing, Bhagavan's grace and blessing be with all of us to become the flag bearers of Puja Gurudev's mission and vision and message, and taking into far corners of the world to illumine the hearts and minds and intellects of people to understand the tattva, the truth, the reality, and to live a very happy, prosperous, shanta life and to achieve the Parama Purushartha. Thank you very much. Hari Om.
Thank you, Swamiji, for the felicitation address. We now have a special highlight of this evening, the release of the book Brahmasputa Siddhanta, Chapter 12, a critical edition and translation by Dr. S. Lakshmi. Brahmagupta was a pioneering mathematician who transformed algebra and arithmetic with works that continue to influence mathematics today. This critical edition brings to light the 12th chapter of Brahmagupta's magnum opus, presenting a restored treasure of ancient mathematical thought for modern readers. I request the author of the book, Dr. S. Lakshmi, to come onto the stage. May I request Pujya Swami Swarupanandaji to release the book and hand over the first copy to the author, Dr. S. Lakshmi.
Thank you, Pujya Swamiji, for doing the honors. And once again, hearty congratulations to the author. We thank you for bringing this important scholarly contribution to the world of Indian knowledge systems. Now, we arrive at the most anticipated and defining moment of this conference. It is our immense privilege to be in the presence of Pujya Swami Swarupanandaji, Global Head of Chinmaya Mission and Honorable Chancellor of Chinmaya Vishwa Vidyapeeth, an esteemed spiritual leader, visionary guide, and torchbearer of Pujya Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda's legacy. Pujya Swami Swarupanandaji is the direct disciple of Pujya Gurudev. He stands as a distinguished spiritual luminary and serves as a global head of Chinmaya Mission, Chairman Board of Trustees, and the patron of this international conference. Under his leadership, more than 350 Chinmaya Mission centers around the globe are engaged in extraordinary efforts to disseminate the profound wisdom of Vedanta. Their endeavors extend to over 100 educational institutions, rural development ventures, healthcare initiatives, and sustainable environmental projects, all aimed at enriching society at large. Additionally, Pujya Swamiji holds the position of chair at Chinmaya International Residential School, which under his guidance is ranked as the #1 co-educational boarding school in India. He has been instrumental in taking Chinmaya Mission centers in Australia, Asia, UK, Middle East, Africa, and Far East to higher levels of growth, impact, and innovation. Pujya Swami Swarupanandaji is a rare voice that seamlessly blends authenticity with accessibility, theory with lived practice, and logic with heart. As a distinguished author, his profound insights have been prominently showcased in leading Indian newspapers and book publications. He is also a masterful orator, having captivated audiences at esteemed institutions around the globe, including the London Business School and Harvard University. His acclaimed spiritual management program, Make It Happen has inspired students, seekers, professionals, and leaders across the world to discover purpose, excellence, and fulfillment in every aspect of life. For close to 3 decades, Pujya Swamiji has wholeheartedly devoted himself to realizing this vision of Chinmaya mission through transformative leadership, compassionate guidance, and tireless service. Now, we would like to felicitate Pujya Swamiji before his valedictory address. I request Professor Ramesh Patniji to do the honors by felicitating Pujya Swamiji. Thank you, Pujya Swamiji and Patniji, for doing the honors. With deep reverence and love, may I now humbly request Pujya Swamiji to bless us with his insightful words.
I thought she would be only talking about me and not allow me to talk. Thank you very much. On this 75th year, Amrit Mahotsav of Chinmaya Mission, on the occasion of Pujya Gurudev's 110th Jayanti, I'm coming straight from Siddhabadi up in the Himalayas in the north, from his Mahasamadhi abode to his birthplace, Ernakulam. So I bring his blessings for all of you. The advantage of speaking in the end of a function is that you don't have anything to say, because they don't leave anything for you to say. So all the thank yous have been said already. I echo the same sentiments, appreciation for all those who have made this very special program possible. Swami Advayananda said something very beautiful, that Pujya Gurudev gave us the Gita. But when I was thinking, a thought came to my mind that he was not only a phenomenal speaker, orator, teacher of the Bhagavad Gita, commentator, all in one. But in fact, those of us who not only learnt the Bhagavad Gita directly from him, but were able to see him, observe him, we recognize that he is the living embodiment of the Bhagavad Gita. He is the Bhagavad Gita himself. Yeah? Because every action of his, not just every word, was living the Bhagavad Gita, a living book, a living demonstration of what Sri Krishna has said and encouraged Arjuna to live, by which not only we attained great success in our life, but also the spiritual perfection. And for Pujya Gurudev, true to the Rishi culture, the ultimate goal, purpose of life may be to realize the truth, to realize the infinite, to become, not to become, but to recognize and discover our oneness with the Supreme, with the infinite. But Pujya Gurudev, true to the Gita Acharya, that really even greater than realization, if one can say, is that even after realization, those spiritual masters serve the world by not only themselves going across this ocean of samsara, but taking many along with them. And in the Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna himself says that no person has done greater service to me than one who takes this knowledge to devotees, to pure at heart, and very often misunderstanding that, many people became judgmental that this knowledge is not for everyone. But Pujya Gurudev, without judging anyone, without seeing that a person is fit or unfit, he says, this is that knowledge that protects itself from wrong hands. And as many spiritual masters remain aghast that very often spiritual path is considered as an individualistic journey, a path that you walk alone. Even your own spouse may not be conducive or would walk with you. You come alone, you go alone from this world, but the spiritual path is a path that you walk alone. But Pujya Gurudev, he brought this knowledge to everyone, and even great spiritual masters remain aghast, as I said, that we give spiritual knowledge to individuals. But Swami Chinmayananda gave the knowledge to the entire family. How this knowledge can be given to children, to youth, to people from different diverse backgrounds, country, race. In this era, if somebody has been able to do it, it is only Puja Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda. And his great contribution is not just the clarity with which he taught Vedanta, not only he demonstrated it through his life, but his great grand vision of oneness. There's a lot of talk on oneness, 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 oneness. Advaita also. But Advaita lived is love. How moment to moment he lived in that inspiration of love, giving every breath of his life. As far as Brahman is concerned, the scriptures are so clear in indicating, giving us the methodology of how to realize Brahman. What is the nature of Brahman? But even the scriptures fail to describe the multifaceted, multidimensional personality of a Sthita Pragya. To even capture their work, their life, their contribution, as Bhagwan says about Hanumanji, Sahas vadana tumaro jas gave. Sanakadik brahmadi munisa narad sarad sahit aisa jam kuber digapal jahate kabhi ko bid kahi sake kahate. That even the great teachers, Sharda Devi, cannot describe and exhaust the glory of such a devotee, such a jnani, and most important, someone who is a master but who made himself a sevak. Someone who served the world, not just humanity, including the ecology. If you go to describe what Gurudev has done, in all aspects through the education field, and Chinmaya International Foundation and Chinmaya Vishwa Vidyapeeth is in fact one of those lofty visions that Puja Gurudev had of reviving our Indian knowledge, not just the Indian knowledge, but Indian knowledge system in which this knowledge can thrive. Many people say that Puja Gurudev brought this knowledge, saved our culture, saved our country by bringing this knowledge in English to the educated masses. No doubt, other masters have also done speaking in English. But the depth of the scriptures in English, everybody knows it is Puja Gurudev. But rarely do we understand the importance of what he has achieved. lose a language and you've lost a certain method, not just a vocabulary, but a certain method of thinking, a certain capacity of thinking, a certain emotion and attitude that takes years to build through a culture. Lose a language, you lose a culture. You lose a culture, you lose a certain mindset. And therefore, even though scholars, scientists round the world, and do you know how many books of our knowledge have been taken abroad, and it is in thousands, and it's not just hearsay, which are being studied, investigated into. Maybe many discoveries that are coming up could be from there. But when they are honest, they say that Indians had the formulae that even a child will be able to do those complex mathematics that computers of those days would take even hours or even days to calculate. The only thing they remain in wonder is, how did they come to recognize, or how did they come to give such formula? Having the mindset of only linear deduction, like we all have been brought up with our present education system. They want to see the process so that they can duplicate it, they can reinvent, or they can invent new things. But what was that Indian knowledge system that created the mindset to discover such amazing knowledge? And Puja Gurudev did not just teach Vedanta, did not just inspire, did not just demonstrate. He taught that knowledge to our mindsets that would be unable to understand in depth or get an insight into this knowledge if it was not for his unique integrated approach to life. And that was his vision for education, and particularly for Chinmaya Vishwa Vidyapeeth. That we integrate our Indian knowledge system with contemporary knowledge. But to revive this Indian knowledge system, to be able to understand and go into the depth, rediscover the phenomenal knowledge that our rishis, scientists have left behind, it requires a certain mindset. And if we study Puja Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda's, call it style, call it approach, in how he taught Vedanta in these modern times, we would be able to decipher the methodology by which we can tap into our Indian knowledge systems, because pretty much that mindset has been lost. But in spite of a completely different mindset that may be unfit to think holistically, multidimensionally, liberally, if we study the style and the methodology, the very vocabulary with which he has explained Vedanta, we would be able to revive many of our knowledge systems. So with this, on this very special occasion, I again express my heartfelt gratitude that round the world, huge functions are happening of different types to take the love, the vision, the teachings, and the mission of Puja Gurudev, and befitting for Chinmaya International Foundation, SIF, Shodha Sansthan, and Chinmaya Vishwa Vidyapeeth that we have a conference like this. So thank you everyone for those who have been able on this special occasion to organize such a function befitting to Puja Gurudev and in an institution of education. And let us take this institution of education by Puja Gurudev, who not only taught value-based education, but also taught this integrated approach to ancient and modern, East and West. I even express my gratitude over the years of the contribution of Chinmaya International Foundation and the years we've had of CVV, Chinmaya Vishwa Vidyapeeth, and all those who have participated, keynote speakers, those who have submitted their papers, even all the delegates who have come here to be inspired. To each and every one of you, my heartfelt gratitude, and I invoke the blessings of Puja Gurudev that may all of us have the glory in this human life. It is said, Acharyavan Purusho Veda. We have got such a great Guru, Acharya, whose parampara still continues. Let us benefit through all the various different institutions. Take all these institutions to reach out to the maximum people with excellence, and all of us fulfill our life. Thank you very much, and greetings, and would like to see all of you coming for our Amrit Utsav Sammelan in October 23rd, 24th, 25th this year at Bharat Mandapam, Delhi, where you will have many more wonderful programs for your benefit, for your family's benefit, as well as how we can spread Puja Gurudev's vision and his mission of love. Hari Om.
Thank you very much, Puja Swamiji, for your deeply inspiring, insightful and transformative words. Your guidance will undoubtedly continue to resonate within us and shape our future endeavors. As we draw towards the conclusion of this valedictory session of the conference, I invite Brahmachari Ved Chaitanya, overall coordinator of the International Conference and Associate Head, Academics, Center of Excellence for IKS CKS Integration and Innovation CVV, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. Hari Om all. First of all, my humble prostrations at the feet of Pujya Guruji and Pujya Swamiji for, I don't know, so lovingly and compassionately agreeing to come. I know it is so difficult for both of them to travel. Swamiji just explained that he was in Himachal Pradesh a couple of days back, concluding a camp that he just took, and all the way to Kerala he has come. It is their sheer love and compassion. Thank you, Pujya Swamiji, for coming. I request Gauri Maholikarji, the convener of the conference, to offer our token of love and gratitude to Pujya Swamiji. Swamiji can. My pranams to Pujya Guruji as well, who was here for the inauguration. Going forward, we had 3 presidents of the conference who have all their constant support and encouragement that has made this conference possible. First of all, our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Manoj Kumar Arora ji. Thank you, Manoj ji. When the conference was planned, he was not even the Vice Chancellor. So the moment he became the Vice Chancellor, he gave so much of support to the conference as though we have all decided to do it. So thank you, Manoj ji, for all your support and encouragement. The other 2 presidents who are sitting on stage, both my acharyas, Swami Advayanand ji and Swami Shardanand ji, my humble salutations to both. Hari Om Swamiji. To the conveners of the conference, again both are on stage, Professor Gauri Mahulikar ji and Professor Ramesh Patni ji. All the speakers that you have seen during the conferences were all suggested by both of them. It is because of them that they have come here and shared their valuable time and knowledge with all of us. So thank you to both of you, Gauri ji and Ramesh ji, thank you. To all the respected Swamins who came here as keynote speakers, and we saw what a galaxy of great orators Pujya Gurudev has created. Swami Anukulanand ji, Swami Sampratishtanand ji, Swami Swatmanand ji, Swami Ramakrishnanand ji, all 4 who spoke in last couple of days, including Advayanand ji and Shardanand ji. We see so much of variety that we have in Chinmaya Mission, and as members of Chinmaya Mission family, we should be immensely proud of all those great Swamins who are not just rooted in spirituality, but also able to put it in such a beautiful manner for the academic world. My humble prostrations at the feet of all of you. Hari Om. To all the great scholars and academicians who have come here, not just from India, but from abroad, it is because of you that this conference has come to that stature. Thank you all for coming, being part of keynote addresses, panels. Thank you all very much. My prostrations to Swami Narasimhanand ji, who took out his time and came here to speak about Gurudev. I remember when I first spoke to him, he said, I would love to speak on Swami Chinmayanand ji, and it is because of him that the conference got us such a great flavor. So my prostrations to Narasimhananji as well. To all the financial supporters, to CSU, ICPR, and so many generous donors who have made this conference possible. Thank you to one and all present and not present here. Thank you to all of you. Hari Om. Then I come to my families, the SIF family, Chinmaya International Foundation, SIF SS Shodha Sansthan family, and Chinmaya Vishwa Vidyapeeth CVV family members. We all have worked together for this yajna, and today we see this great yajna concluding. To each and every member of the family, my humble prostrations and immense gratitude and thank. Hari Om. To all the contractors, first time when it came 8, 9, 10th May in Kerala, conference is going to be there. From all over the place, even people from abroad are coming to Kerala in summer. But it is thanks to them that we had other kind of complaint that it is too cold. I know. Thank you to all the contractors. This beautiful pandal arrangement, mic, light, LED screen. Thank you to all for your support. I must mention that this is the first time that for the morning session, I don't have to wake up the mic person and the light person. They are already here before we come. So thank you for your great support. To all our CVV staff from kitchen, housekeeping, security, media, IT, accounts, to all these different departments, all of them have worked so tirelessly, continuously, without complaint, with smile on their face. Big round of applause to all of them. To all the different committees that we had of SIF, SIF-SS and CVV, the fundraising committee, travel and accommodation, stage and program, registration, and I don't know how many committees we had, and in charges were there, and extended members were there. We have been planning for last 6-7 months, and it has come true. To all those committee members, to all the Sevak Sevikas, my salutations and thank you very much. And finally, to all of you who are here, the presenters and the participants of the conference, I don't know from how many places you all have come here and been here for all the 3 days. Thank you very much to each and every one. Hari Om, my pranams. It will be unfair on my part if I don't mention a few names. I have been talking about families, but I must mention few names. First, Brahmachari Abhishek. Please stand and take applause. It is because of his immense effort that we had 750 registered participants attending. May Gurudev's blessings be with you, Abhishek. Thank you. Second is Manisha Bhagat, who is in New Delhi, who has worked remotely, continuously to get any kind of financial arrangement required and possible, even to get the permissions, etc. She went to the Ministry of External Affairs and got everything done. Manisha, thank you very much. Swami Purushothamananji used to say, to organize any program, you need 3 MPs, not member of parliaments, but 3 MPs, manpower, money power and management power. Manpower, Abhishek managed. Money power, Manisha ji and CSU, ICPR managed. We come to management power. And I must thank Vishaka ji, the CVV faculty, for her. I don't know how many nights she has not slept, continuously being behind all the presenters and guests, continuously writing emails, replying to their emails. Thank you, Vishaka ji. Rajshekhar ji from SIF-SS, thank you very much. And finally, my humble salutations at the feet of Pujya Gurudev. It is said about Shivaji Maharaj that when his kingdom was there, in one place, Samartha Ramdas Swami says, It is as though that Sri Rama is ruling and Sri Rama himself has become the all subjects of the kingdom. Ramacha Karta, Ramacha Bhokta. This conference is his. It is his glory. He was the one who made this happen. He was the one who gave the idea. He was the one who managed all these things. All the names that I have taken, all the committees I have said, we are all just instruments in his hand. It is all his. I don't know how to show my gratitude, but immense gratitude to Puja Gurudev for being Puja Gurudev and for being light for all of us. Kritadnyata yacharadi sthita me vaktum na shakya khalu yatnatopi. Guru prasida kripaya videhi tvatpada bhaktim paramanuraktim. My prostrations to one and all. Thank you very much. Hari Om.
Thank you, Veji. Our sincere thanks for delivering the vote of thanks with such warmth and grace. And as the overall coordinator of this conference, your dedication, meticulous planning, and tireless efforts have been instrumental in the smooth and successful context of this entire event. And there is a small announcement before we conclude. To offer Guru Dakshina, there are 2 boxes kept near the main entrance, and kindly make your contributions in the envelope given to you, and please drop it in the boxes kept outside. And also, post-dinner, we will have a captivating Kathakali performance by Kalamandalam Ganeshan Ashan and team based on Puja Gurudev's life, and we request everyone to join for the same at the earliest. Once again, thank you all for your gracious presence, enthusiastic participation, and invaluable contributions. To conclude this auspicious evening, we will have Shanti Mantra and the Chinmaya Mission Pledge. Now I invite Sri Bhavesh B, Joint Secretary, CVV Trust, and Chief Operating Officer, CVV, to kindly lead us through the Shanti Mantra and the pledge.
Before that, I think let us all give a big round of applause to Ved Chaitanya. He did not think himself. I think he is the hero behind this conference. Thank you so much.
Hari Om. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. So let us first recite the Shanti Mantra and then let's go to the pledge. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. Now I request all of you to raise. Keep your right hand on the heart. Now in the last 3 years, last 3 days, we have all contemplated about Gurudev. We have learned so much about Gurudev. Now it is a time to rededicate ourselves to Puja Gurudev and live the vision the Grand Master has shown us. So please repeat after me. We stand as one family, bound to each other with love and respect. We serve as an army, courageous and disciplined, ever ready to fight against all low tendencies and false values, within and without us. We live honestly the noble life of sacrifice and service, producing more than what we consume and giving more than what we take. We seek the Lord's grace to keep us on the path of virtue, courage, and wisdom. May Thy grace and blessings flow through us to the world around us. We believe that the service of our country is the service of the Lord of Lords. And devotion to the people is a devotion to the Supreme Self. We know our responsibilities. Give us the ability and courage to fulfill them. Om Tat Sat. Thank you and Hari Om.